I thought I would fall asleep listening to his chants. Welcome. Hope you're all well. I'm here in Arizona. Nice day. Coolish day after a day of thunderstorms. And I have nothing to do. This is it. Satsang. I don't even have to make my own coffee. Karima does that, as well as prepare lunch. And I'm not much interested in anything going on in the world. So I spend a lot of time within myself. By that I mean withdraw that which I focus on in my attention away from anything out there like screams, gunshot rounds, speeding, cars crashing, and focus inwardly on my perception of myself as a body sitting here, alone, eyes closed, feeling myself. And surely enough, practicing spirituality there's some phlegm in my throat that makes me sound like a duck. Quack, 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 quack. But anyway, and I turn my attention around into myself. There are all kinds of things that happen inside of me. I can see thoughts flowing. I can feel my lungs, the muscles of my back, the energy in my heart area, and then energy just generally moving throughout my body. I can hear the sound of the refrigerator, but nothing happens there. But all in all, I'm surrounded by bliss. For example, now I don't move my arms and have no inclination to do it. I don't know what happened. Somebody called and it blanked out the screen, I guess. Did I disappear or just you guys?
You, you disappeared. Your video.
Okay. But pulling my intention inwards and focusing on myself means I learned so much about me as a body and as a psychic entity. You know, as a sport fanatic when I was young, and I did meditation back then, even then. But when you get to that high level athletics. Your body changes because your mind is focused on it so much. I feel tired legs from running or a sore head because I was punched in a fight. So a sports figure is always thinking about himself and what's going on and what's going wrong, and trying to be in control of that. But I think of Robert, and I'm stung now in retrospect by his greatness as a teacher. Jay, I thought you were going to leap out of the screen when you were lurching towards the...
No sudden moves, I promise.
Yeah. So, I feel the life force within me, almost like a separate entity, much like having another light inside of me that radiates, and I can feel where it radiates to. I guess it's sort of like the nerve functioning without any pressure, but it's rest state. And in the rest state, it's kind of blissful. This place where the ego is not, but I'm still there as an observer, doing nothing, absolutely nothing, just watching myself, my breathing, maybe my mind, trying to settle it down. And I feel my back, I feel my neck, I feel my shoulders, I feel my legs, my butt, and my ankles. And I'm ecstatic. It doesn't stop. The bliss does not stop. And it's hard to use the term bliss because I really don't know the context of that word, where it came from and what that really entails. And to describe what really is going on in me, it's a little bit like a runaway lighthouse inside of me that's flooding me with light, the light of consciousness. And the mill itself is silent and no longer moves. But I fill that space with me inside and around. And all in all I can say is I'm constantly in bliss. And it's kind of distracting, but being distracted from cleaning the house, or taking a bath, or answering the phone is not to be condemned. My body now, I'm so happy. Everything is okay from this point of view. It looks like Eddie has new earphones. Newish. Jay, I thought for a minute that you were Robert. You look so much like him with that shade of beard and the eyeglasses. But that energy of mine focused on me and me at all levels. Sometimes I feel just like a king, a general, or maybe an inferior god, looking around and feeling what he would feel. In my case, I feel the sense of self focused on my body. I couldn't used to say that. Mostly before, I'd say self was consciousness. But for me now, self is that combination of consciousness and physicality. It's very tight now, the association. I don't float around much anymore playing. Well, that's gone away. That's old stuff. Much kindergarten stuff, spirituality. Go to a new teacher, sample what they're selling in the taco shop or whatever they're selling to make money, and then coming away with good feelings about it. Look, I'm happy beyond anything I ever believed was possible, even 5 years ago. To feel almost as if you were the staff of God, as Robert was named. Is entirely understandable. And it's also understandable that I'm not doing much to build a Sangha. Those who come may benefit and they might not, because it took my own search 30 some years to mature into what's meaningful. But now that I'm here, I'm certainly enjoying it and playing it up. I love me now the way I am. There's a life inside this body. It's associated with all the activity and phenomena outside, but it's not outside anymore. I'm no longer the tree across the street. And this energy, it's associated with the basic pulsing energy of sitting in absolute silence and what that person would feel if they paid attention to themselves in utter silence for some time. It's like dropping out of heaven into one shithole, thoroughly investigating that shithole and finding you're still ecstatic because you're immersed in it. You're immersed in the energies. You're immersed in the happiness. You're immersed in the bliss. You're immersed in the sense of accomplishment and that you're finished. You don't have to do shit anymore. No pleasing anybody. On the other hand, I don't have any feeling about upsetting anybody. There's no fun in that. It's bliss. Bliss. Unlike anything I've ever experienced in any other discipline or any other substance I've eaten. This is constant. It doesn't stop. And it's like 3 years now. This has been going on, increasing. So, I'd like to ask you, Sarah, Adam, Chris, Michael, what would you do to be happy? Really, really happy. So happy you don't even know what happiness is anymore. Because it's so different. It's a happiness that radiates everywhere, throughout my body, and into the space around me. And I don't have to think anymore. I'm dumb as a rock. Nobody expects anything out of me, so I don't do anything. I need to get an exercise program, but I really don't feel like it. I feel happy. Now, why would a very happy person want to do something stupid like push-ups? Or, what do they call those? Oh, shit, I don't know. Lat pulls. I used to love to do those. They hurt. So, all that I know is I'm exploding with joy. And I don't know whether you want it or not. A similar state. I don't know whether I could cause it in you in any shorter time than it took me. But at least I know what the fundamental state is, the zero state. And there may be sub-zero states, but I don't know anything about those. Robert never talked about them. I've never read about them. So, are there any questions? Jay, anything?
Not really. I keep trying to make my life more fundamental in Robert's words, his exquisite words, the transcripted satsangs. I just keep reading a couple of pages at a time because they are so glorious. When he talks about no self, no others, only one appearing as many, I keep getting caught saying I feel bliss rather than in the context of no self, no others, it's blissing. There's nobody home. It's just walking, talking, laughing, blissing, eating, sleeping. We are played in bliss, in grace, in God's love, and it's exquisite. So it almost every time when you asked me how I am or how I were, I would go into the mundanity of it, which simply it is superfluous to our joy. Joy is just simply grace in, in a way that is, it's so exquisitely simple. And I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about it because when I listen to you, I just fall back into something that's indescribable. And you do it to me every time, and you do it to me when I'm not here. And that's the greatest gift. It's why I love the Sangha. It's why I love the Satsangs. It's why I love your darshan. It's just, and Robert, as I said, my his Satsangs, the fact that I can go through those transcripted, those pearls. And my other favorite is Terence Gray, Wei Wu Wei, who's overlapped with Robert and spent many, many years in India and came back and wrote 9 or 10 extraordinary books. Anyway, suffice it to say, I run to get here every Sunday. I just it is an imperative, and
Okay.
the takeaway is my bliss and joy. Thank you.
Words. Can you tell me about your inner bliss state? Whether it's quiet, it's noisy, energetic, where is it?
It's quiet. It's powerful and quiet, almost in the same way.
Yes.
The way you describe the life force is the way I feel it. I think I just said it. It suffuses me and sustains me. There are no words. It just simply is. It's pure amness. It's that.
Very good, Jay. Tim, have you anything? Any questions? Tim has been frozen in a moment in time. Sarah, how are you?
Thanks, Ed. I'm okay. I'm thinking about how from the time I started to listen in and didn't let you know I was there until I got brave enough to come online, how I've changed inside. I always like that saying, be still and know, all that.
It's very good. Yes,
But
it is.
now I can just say be, and I am still. That calmness is what I crave. The mind settling down, the quiet. I crave that. And when I'm here, I get it.
You live in terms of occupation.
Pardon?
What kind of life did you live in terms of occupation and householderhood and so forth? I know you're here now and you're feeling yourself, but what led up to this? What was the focus of your life?
Well, years and years and years and years. I'm 81 now, so a lot of 50 years or more of trying to be calm because I was always hyper and energetic and doing, and having many things go on at one time, working and having kids and a home and all of that. And always trying not to have just that. I knew there was something else. So I'd try things, religions and books and, Tai Chi, you name it. I tried it to get there. And it's here in this environment that I'm here. But it took a lot. It took a lot of letting go, a lot of stopping that crazy activity, and just that learning to be is amazing to me because I thought I was smart and I knew stuff, go to school when I was older and all that. I thought I was getting there. But I was just getting further away from me,
Yeah.
from the inside me.
Yes.
So coming home to me is a big deal right
Coming
now.
home to me. You know, it should be the title of a book. Of course, there's always coming home to me, address unknown, which means you could wait a long, long time till you found yourself.
Really.
Bernadette, how have you been?
Oh, really good. For the most part, really, really good. I I'm with you. I don't want to do anything else because resting in myself feels so exquisite. And just to sit really, really still and feel that pulsing, comforting energy and just I all I want is to stay in that as much as possible, and occasionally something will come up, some kind of emotion or doubt or something for a while, but it's temporary. And I feel like even when that happens, my misery isn't as miserable as it used to be. It just feels so good to just be. So I don't know what else to say.
Good, 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 good. Adam, how are your deer doing? You have a deer farm. Those are really exciting little videos you send. I got
Yeah,
it from him just a day or two ago, and he had maybe 8 deer on his property, and they were coming up to him, and they were talking to each other, and then they flew off.
yeah, my dear family are one of the one of the joys of my life right now, along with my dog. There's nothing really that I enjoy more than just sitting at home and feeding the deer and just being kind of part of the herd in a
What,
weird sense.
what do you feed them?
Um, Deer corn a lot.
What's
It's
that?
like deer corn. Um, they love the corn. It's like crack to them. But sometimes I feed them fruits and vegetables and stuff too. And it gets really, really hot here in Texas, and so I try to make sure that they have water out there. Um, but yeah, they seem to loiter around our property a lot because they get all those handouts, and I enjoy having them.
Well, that's wonderful. I couldn't imagine a better environment than waking up and seeing 8 deer around your house, waiting for you to come outside and do something with them, feed them or turn the water on or something like that. Good.
Yeah, it's fun. It's quite unique. I've got my beloved girl here, Athena, I think you're familiar with also. Um, I had a Actually, Ed, I have a kind of a random question for you about the animals. Let me see here. Um, so my dog Athena, she's getting a little older finally, and finally starting to show her age a little bit. She's hopefully she'll be around for many more years, but I'm starting to think about her kind of end of life and when that's going to take place. I had a question about that. Um, with our animals, our pets and stuff. when they are ready to pass, uh, is there anything we can do or should do or that they even need uh, in kind of a spiritual sense that we can help them when the time comes to make that transition?
Well, Kareem and I, almost always, when we had an older animal or a younger one that was ill, just sat in satsang, just us two, with her in the middle and our holding her, just laying on of hands and listening to the chanting and maybe chanting ourselves. We've done that with several of them. It really doesn't satisfy me as much as I thought it could, but there's not a lot that you can do spiritually. All those ideas of progressive births becoming higher and higher, that's never made any sense to me. I get to think that there's only one past that I have, and now that I'm approaching the end, it's of how much more I can do to help people to relax and to feel themselves and to stop thinking about all those things they have no control over but are blurted about on television all the time. Forget the goddamn world. Accept what you find in the backyard. Cherish your property and cherish the animals. There's one thing Kareem and I, when the animals were very old and were paralyzed or something like that, or obviously dying, we would take them to the vet and get whatever medication can be done and what little can be done. And then go home with them, be with them at home as much as I can, and sort of be there for them in this time where they need something to hang on to. And it would be you. So be there for them. You're just in your presence and in your caring. Would you show all the time? You may talk to the head deer about becoming part of his family too. So you can move over to the animal kingdom after you die instead of coming back as a Chinese warlord or something like that.
I think I would like that. Thank you.
Having animals, having pets, and not only that, loving pets outdoors that are flying around, the squirrels, etc. There's something so softening in my heart that I did it for year after year after year after year. And it's always been with me. It's one of the major parts of my practice, you can say, is to take care of as Ramana said, take care of the bird or whatever it was, the cow, that make sure she got her breakfast. That was the last thing he said, take care of. I love animals. Love to have them around, and more so than people. People are a problem generally because they talk too much and it overwhelms my sensibilities. What about you, Michael?
Hi, G.
I,
Um, I've been, I guess, focusing on the I that you've mentioned during the meditation process, and I've it, w- and with what how I grew through being here at the satsang and learning from you, it's sort of regretting. I'm sort of regretted that when I meditate into the I could see my whole life in front of me from the beginning and now to where I am at now. And all those years that I didn't have more of what you taught me, I sort of regretted in that I couldn't maximize that potential during the earlier years. I mean, I'm not that old yet, but it seems like the question is does your spiritual growth have anything to do like planting a seed that you should be nurturing it while I'm young? And that's why I guess I got to say everybody who's younger here that it's really important to really manifest that as early as possible. But I
manifest
guess
what? To manifest.
your spiritual potential as early as possible. Because then I'm looking that I'm able to do a lot more now in my life in terms of anything, even intellectual or business, because I'm able to tap into that, what I've learned here. I've been able to tap my mundane potentials. But the question is, as I'm seeing the later innings come by, it's like playing catch up ball. It seems like it's developing a block inside of my uh-oh, I should have been doing this and nurturing this a lot earlier. Because when I'm meditating in the I saw that potential back earlier, like in my 20s, but it was like there was no teacher to cultivate it. And so now it looks like I'm dealing with those conflicts, and in terms of the later years, how I'm going to apply my productivity in the mundane world alongside of my spiritual growth, because it seems as though the aspect of living the mundane life unto itself is part of that spiritual growth. And when you get down through the years, you get less, your innings are less and less in terms of a baseball game. Like I'm looking at it, okay, I'm in the sixth inning here. I got a lot of catch up to do. But then since I'm less active in life itself, it's like it's tough to do. It seems like I've got a mental block in thinking that spiritual growth is proportionate to how you're coming along in the mundane life on the timeline, if you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And did you freeze?
No, I'm here. So I guess I'm dealing with that rut and trying to dissolve that portion of my regret.
Just be aware of it and let it dissolve of itself just by persisting in your awareness of it. Because giving it awareness gives it a kind of existence, and at the same time, of that which is already there, being aware of it can take away its existence. It's strange, but it's different than everyday life, like we thought was true. It's all different. It's the way we are as human beings is locked into such a small little place. What was little Abner's dog patch? Each of us had our own dog patches, or do have them now. and they're onerous. They bother us until we realize the only way to get away from that bother is to go inside and focus totally on our hearts and on the field, the energy field inside of ourselves. It's that heart thing too, it awakens the heart, which helps your practice. But one of the more important things to do is daily sitting meditation. And if you have additional meditations, do that too. Like meditating on a bicycle while riding through a heavy traffic. Or don't
Well,
do
it seems like Edgy, it seems like you get closer to retirement age, you think you have more time to do this, but you don't have you don't like it's hard to describe. You don't like
You
in
don't have a
life,
slow down button that tells you to slow down.
you have like your activities in life and your productivity, and it's almost like the the divine comes and if you're really tuned in, helps you in your work and in your life. And when you retire, you have less of the mundane stuff to use as a barometer for that. And then you have more time to yourself. And it looks like it's like specialty school. You're only focusing on that, on spirituality and less of that in the mundane world. So there's no I guess there's no, I'm not getting that feedback as much because I'm less active in the business world and my my contribution to society. So it seems like life's slowing down and it seems like it's a new setting for the meditation and the spiritual growth. Less of the mundane activities that actually helped my meditation a lot because I used to go through all that bull crap and I used to have this help me. And I used to excel at that, but then I'm not working as much anymore because
Enough.
I've succeeded to
That's
I've
enough.
succeeded to the point where I can not have to work, yet I don't have that bullshit that I can balance with my spiritual life that actually makes that complement each other. Now I'm sort of okay, I'm in tech school now and I better just focus strictly on the meditation and I don't get the feedback and the reverberation that I used to.
Thank you. Claudine, who are you? What are you like? I didn't hear you. I can't hear you at all.
Sorry, I've forgotten how to talk. It's been so long. I was just saying that we've got squirrel. I'm in London and we've got a lot of squirrels and foxes where I live. That's what we've mostly got here. And birds, of course. Yeah.
I think, I watch television quite a bit, and I noticed that almost all entertainment comes from England now.
Really?
All the actors on the air and all the episodes and all the different things, they sound American, but they're British.
Oh, well, all ours comes from America, I think. I haven't got a television, but, watching anything on YouTube, films on YouTube, they all seem to be American. So we swapped over, probably.
But check out who the actors are.
Okay.
Where are they from? How are you feeling?
Um, right now I'm kind of okay, but I came here whenever it was, about a couple of years ago, on the run from a guru and a toxic relationship, and it's been taking me a long time to kind of, it wasn't a very good reason for coming here, and but and then for the last year I've been in non-stop pain, so and a lot of other symptoms, so it's been very difficult to sit still, and it's sort of more coming to and I cry all the time because now I was trying to figure out what to do about the pain, and it all seems to be about
Where is your pain?
well, the one I'm talking about is like sciatica, so it's all down in the buttock and down my leg, so I can't sleep at all at night. So as soon as I go to a satsang, I sleep all the way through satsang because I haven't slept at night. But and there are lots of other things where it doesn't matter about them. It's just that I've really only realized that I've repressed all my emotions for years and years and years, and from what I can understand, that's what's creating all this pain. At least I found.
I don't know about that. I would take a different tactic, which is to focus on the pain.
Yes.
Make pain your meditation.
Yes, I've done some of that.
I've done that for many, many years, and it works. I could, for example, on my shoulders, I had a lot of tension most of my life. And then all of a sudden, maybe 3-4 years ago, it disappeared. Like instantly, it never came back. So,
and were you just being with it in the meditation? Yeah. Were you just being with it? Yeah, I do that quite a bit, but mostly when I'm sitting in meditation, it's not hurting. It's hurting in the night when it's more difficult doing it lying down, because you don't really feel like you're meditating when you're lying down. I don't.
When you're lying down, what hurts on you?
Well, as soon as I turn to one side, about 2 minutes go by, and then it hurts so much that I have to turn to the other side, and then 2 minutes there. So I spend the whole night turning from one side to the other.
Stayed in one place and see what happens.
Well, the pain is so. I've been doing that lately, where I've tried to go into the pain, but it's really it's really difficult. I find it difficult because I have had some pain in my life, but mostly it's been discomfort recently. When I was younger, I had a lot of pain, but physical pain. But this is only in the last year that I've had to deal with it ongoing all the time. So
well,
I will do I don't know. I've done things like breathe into it at night and try and make light come into it and be okay with it and say yes to it and thank you to it. And I tried different things.
What about doctors? What medications have they given you?
I never see doctors. They're the ones that have got me into trouble from the start.
Yeah,
so.
I understand. Okay.
So I don't have. If they get me, that will be the end of me, probably. I'm hiding from them. I like coming here because it makes me feel like I got some friends. So, because I see the same people every week. Because with the relationship, I lost everybody as well. I lost all my kind of.
Known us. If you got to know each of us more closely, you probably wonder how you ever escaped the horrors of living with other people.
I don't think I did escape them. No, I mean, now kind of 6 months have passed. I feel like I'm coming out the other side a bit, but I don't mind crying all the time. It feels, because I've got chronic fatigue as well. But when you cry, the poison all comes out, so you can be feeling really ill, and then you just cry for no reason, or whatever's happening that makes you cry, and then you feel better for quite a while. So I don't know what else. I like meditating on my heart. That's what I do all the time, as much as I can.
That's a good one. How do you do that? Just rest in it?
Yeah.
You try to feel where the heart area is, and you dive in there and then rest.
I'm always a bit confused as to where the heart is, because I've been told about 4 different places. I thought it was, for a woman, it would be like between the breasts, but then I've been told it's up there.
It's on the right side of your face.
It's another place now, 5 places.
Just relax and let it come. Let it kill you. Let it take you away. Let it take you away. Let it kill you finally. It's been trying to get you all these years. Just let it go and see what happens, and it won't be like you thought it would be. It'll be an end of that pain, but it takes a long time before you can get to the place of surrendering to the pain that finally washes it out. But it's I practiced a long time, and not with the idea of getting rid of pain in meditation in my body, but it was like a side benefit is the feeling of enlightenment coming out of it, where I can just absorb all of that and take it into me and chew it and spit it out if I will.
When you've got a strong pain, it's really quite difficult to think of anything else all day long. You're thinking, how can I get rid of this pain? It's really, I don't know. I don't know how people in a lot of pain for years, there are people in pain for years and years and years that I've discovered, and I don't know how they've managed. There's lots of them.
Deal with the pain by loving the pain, exploring the pain, paying attention to it. Don't run away from it. Don't take pills, good for that. But
no, I
don't
never do
run away. Don't run away. Don't twist away. Face it with open eyes and an open heart. Then take that pain into your heart even.
Right.
But you can do it. I did it.
For a few seconds today, when it suddenly came, I thought, this almost feels nice. Just for a few seconds. And I thought, that's strange.
Yeah. Start doing it more often, see what happens.
I didn't do it though, it just happened. So, all right, I'll take the pain into the heart. Yeah, I'm too much in my mind about my about my heart and my pain. So, thank you very much, Seji.
Just relax. Just relax. It's your one life. Don't waste it. Get into yourself and allow whatever is going to happen to you. And it will be hard. And you'll be forced to go into limits you didn't know that you had. And then go by those, past those. And in a sense, it acts as a stretcher of your personality and of your ability to cope. It's training for a better life.
They had the word endure the other day to do with the pain.
What?
Maybe you had to learn how to endure pain. That was a word I heard, endure.
Yeah. Jeff, what's up? What's up? You can't hear me? Okay. Just send a thought to me. I'll be unable to realize it and we'll just stop.
Okay, sorry, my God, it's like Zoom, man. Trying to figure out the microphone or whatever. But yeah, all is well, it's the same old crap. Work, work, work. Get through life, blah, blah, blah. But it's all good. It's cool, whatever. I share Michael's see if I can bring everybody back up. Michael was talking about, oh man, if only imagine if I would have discovered this at 20. Everything I could have avoided, my gosh. And you realize how difficult you made it all along and it was all your own damn fault. But I try not to dwell on it because, well, you can't. It is what it is. At least it came eventually. And Claudine, I know what you're talking about on the pain scale. I was dealing with still am, herniated disc, and it pinches your spinal cord, pinches nerves, shoots down your
What
entire
area?
back, down your
Where do you
arm.
have
I
it?
mean, it's incredible.
Where do you have it?
It's the C7 vertebrae, which is like that. It's basically the next vertebrae above the biggest one, where your neck meets your head, or your neck meets your body, or whatever. That next one up, and yeah, when it's so intense, that's all you can think about. You can't lay down and sleep. It's just like, uh, yeah, thanks. I needed another test. This is great.
Whatever you do, don't run from the pain.
Yeah.
Come and kill you. And in a sense, it's almost as if it becomes human and actually likes you a lot. And it's just there sort of to stimulate you. But it becomes like a human. It becomes really like a friend.
Yeah, I'll definitely, after hearing you talk about it with Claudine there, I'll definitely start looking at it more like that and see how that does. It is better than it was. And I did go to doctors. I had received like an epidural and all kinds of crazy stuff. And got to sit in one of those tube things. What do they call that? Where it's really loud and magnetic or whatever. I've never
MRI.
experienced. Yeah. MRI. Yeah. Thank you. Um, yeah, that's not a fun procedure. It's really loud. They give you earplugs, but it's still loud. It feels like it takes forever. But yeah, that's been a help, but a lot of it's just been time and patience, which is difficult sometimes.
Chris.
But yeah, other than that, all I do is work pretty much, which is why I can't attend very darn often. It's very rare. But I think about all of you guys and wonder how you're all doing and all that good stuff. Try to communicate here and there and say hello. So yeah, that's what I can tell you.
Thank you, Jeff. Last but not least, Chris. How are you?
I'm okay. I really appreciate I really appreciated bits and pieces of what I heard today. Um, when I heard Claudine say, I didn't make it happen, it just happened. Or what you said was, oh, it basically, it was basically hearing things of letting go, don't,
Don't fight it.
don't fight it. Just don't think about, just let it be. And that's what I mean by when I say I'm okay. Everything's just okay. And your conversation with Adam about animal death and just death in general got me thinking of my own self. Few years, a year or two ago, we had an outdoor cat. It wasn't our outdoor cat. It was just,
Right.
an outdoor cat that would come by our house. But over the years, he got friendly with us, and he got to the point where he would lie on my lap or Bernadette's, and he'd go to sleep, or he'd be next. But he was an outdoor cat. When he was done lying on my lap, he wanted to go. And he came to our yard a year or two ago, I forget, and I could tell he was dying. He was very weak. Uh, he wasn't grooming and he wasn't eating because we usually fed him, but he wouldn't eat. And the point is, it seemed to me if I just relaxed, the right way to help him became very clear. And it was just to do like you said. He wanted just be with him. And I felt like he came to us to help him die, to be somewhere comfortable with us, two people who loved him.
Yes.
And he wasn't our pet. He was more like my friend who would come and go and do his own thing. And it was hard in a sense, but actually very easy, because when I didn't think about it and when I just felt, he all he really wanted was me to be with him and hold his paw or give him a pet on the head as he died. And that's same thing I've told you about my cousin who died recently. It was the same kind of thing. I think he just needed someone to her I helped him by just being there and feeling everything was okay. And that's what I'm getting at is it seems like everything's just okay. And that okayness just is. And that's like you say, what you were talking about what you feel I feel okay, that everything's okay. So that's my story for today. Everything's okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. That okay?
It's okay.
Okay.
You okay?
I'm okay. How about you?
All right.
Are you okay?
Are
You look okay.
Have you wakened up, Tom? You're another Robert Adams looker-liker.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
What Chris had to say just a moment ago was a gift to me. I've been aware of a lot of grieving because here in the last 2 years, two of my best friends have died and two more have moved into medically based cognitive loss. So I'm feeling lonely, and so it's helpful to have Chris's observations of what he had heard you say.
How are you feeling?
A little less, like if you compared now with this morning I was much more focused on my sadness and heaviness and wanting to avoid things, wanting to go back and sleep longer. And sitting here now, that's 5 or 10% of where it was this morning. I really enjoyed I forget what you call it, the music, the meditative music as we started. Years ago, I met someone who suggested very firmly and intensely that I needed to use that mantra. And it was, when it first started today, I was like, oh, boy, I haven't seen you in years and years. And it was very welcome.
That is, yes. I'm looking at Eddie.
What's that?
I'm looking at Eddie. Eddie. My father used to call me Betty, just to humiliate me. The motherfucker.
Well, I can't say my relationship with my father was quite negative as well.
Oh. Was that you, Tom?
Huh?
Who said that? You, Tom? Yeah. My father died when I was 14. That was a horrible kind of thing because 14 is fairly young to have a parent die. And it was really, really tough, but I had hated him. So I also felt guilty, I think. Just the key to life is don't have any surviving relatives.
Well, I don't know about you, but I've accomplished that. I have 3 nephews, but that's different somehow. I remember the day that I discovered the surprise my father had just died, and I felt a vast sense of letting go, and because he was very physically abusive. So to know that he was dead was like, oh, that part of my life is gone. That's so welcome.
Yeah. How old were you?
17.
Yeah. Just stay with those thoughts and sit around and let them percolate inside because they're going to come up anyway. They have been coming up. And what you want to do is make them conscious and own them inside of yourself.
I heard you say make them conscious and then do what?
Just make them conscious and let them feel like they can come to you without being shot down. Do it gently. And when they finally do go, salute them, you know? Because most of my life was that way.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was very miserable and depressed for a long, long time. Now I'm just miserable. Little joke. And no, Chris is saying, finally he's telling the truth. Okay, gang.
You're okay. You're okay.
How are you? Did I ask you if you were okay today?
You talking to me? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, the I am feeling in general okay. And it's
Ed,
Oh yeah, go ahead, Jayanti.
I
Go
just
go.
wanted to say something because can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Chris?
Yeah, I hear you, Jayanti. Go for it.
Energy. I don't have the camera on because I've got a little phone and it doesn't last. I can't keep the reception happening.
Yes.
But can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Loud and
So
clear.
I love Robert Adams, and I've liked joining your the sessions when I can get up. It's very early here in Australia at 4 o'clock,
Oh, yeah.
so I don't get there much. But and I like joining Edgy. But what I want to say is that I feel like I've got to a spot. I think it's just so good to it's not actually the meditation. I sort of feel like the meditation can come really deep, even in asleep with me. It's like there's an emptiness, or in the depth of love making, it can be emptiness, but it's not about looking for anything as much anymore, as much as really allowing this, that we are alone, that this is it. It's like I feel really this rawness about something, about not being anyone.
So how is
And
that?
any role I try to be,
Wait. How does that
well,
make
it feels like it feels like it's getting more real. Like I feel more real for it than, I don't know. It's I can't explain it exactly, but it's like I've had all these dreams all my life. And because I seem to be able to, I manifested a lot of dreams, and they became better and better in a worldly way. And then I saw it all just, I dreamed of like of the dreamland where I'm at now, and the dream partner. And then I saw in the end, well, I think he just shows me, he sort of points in a way to what I'm lacking or wanting. I just feel like I just feel I'm at a place that even when I'm listening to everybody, it doesn't matter if it's you guys or anywhere, it all just doesn't really, it's nice to have groups. And this is a better group than most groups because,
You're just winding around and round and around without hitting the button. Tell me what you
yeah,
feel.
because I don't think there is a button, Edgy, is what I'm finding. Is there a real button?
I felt you were spinning around and around and around. The central point, though, the crux of why you're here and what you focus on was not made public.
Why I join is, I think I want to meditate with you guys and be part of it, and maybe even have that group feeling.
That's what you can do. And you can also be able to come to the point of releasing that pain, even if it's not you that releases it. Something just releases itself. But that
Yeah,
constant pain really happens to people.
I hear that.
It happens, and people endure it, and their enlightenment is a great enlightenment.
There's a great enlightenment.
Yeah, after you persist. After you persist. Okay. Well, everybody, I love you all. Can
Okay,
we have
thank
some
you. Thank you, Izzy.
leaving music? 10 minutes or so of just sitting and meditating music.
Sure, will do. One sec though.
Ramana